super leuk dat je kijkt naar de volgende aflevering van Hogwarts Legacy. De vorige keer was ik bezig met op onderzoek uitgaan en allemaal quests doen. En we gaan vandaag verder met gewoon meer quests doen. Ik hoop nog steeds dat we een recept vinden voor die gezondheidsdrankjes. Want ik ben erg slecht in het vechtgedeelte. Ik raakte gewoon zo gestrest door. Dat is beetje hoe ik ben tijdens... Oké. In ieder geval, we gaan verder. Dus veel kijkplezier. Ik had zo'n geweldig stuk. Oké, Alice Richardson, let's go. Laten we eerst even kijken naar de quests. Attend her biology class. Ik denk dat we daarmee verder gaan. Ik hoop dat we daar iets leren over meer planten en dergelijke. We hebben heel veel planten onderzocht. We kunnen niet via de map travelen. En dat zou heel veel tijd schelen. Maar... zoals je ziet, langs de weg vind je van alles en nog wat. Ik moet wel die kant op. Ja, of zal ik wel gewoon de... Je hebt van die Flue Flames. En daar kan je dan een soort van... nou ja, mee teleporteren. Dus misschien dat dat handiger is. Hier ben ik overal geweest, dus laat ik toch maar via de Flue Flames gaan. Ik moet hierheen. Ik heb hier heel veel Flue Flames nog niet ontdekt. De kant van het kasteel waar ik nog niet zo vaak ben geweest. Het is echt enorm Hogwarts. Het is echt zeg maar bizar groot. Ik zou hier echt verdwaald raken zonder die kleine map. Kijk, want hier is dus ook nog een quest. Maar die hebben we niet nodig. Nee, we gaan naar die klas. Ik krijg de hele tijd afgeleid door kleinere challenges. En quests en zo. Oké, begin. Oh, oké, dat is mijn favoriete plek om te zijn.
Good morning, Professor Garlic. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
Professor Knoflook.
Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Hoe zie ik
We look
eruit?
forward to growing together.
Die bril.
How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
Oren dicht. Nou, dit kennen we allemaal van Harry Potter natuurlijk.
Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Oké.
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and pat down the soil.
Hey.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease.
Bijzonder.
Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
Dat was
Now
het.
for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables.
Revelio.
Before we all get started, I need to have a brief word with our new student.
Dear Professor Garlic, how very thoughtful of you, and to remember that strawberries are my favorite. They're as sweet as can be. It's no wonder models love them so much. Everything you cultivate seems to be of such high quality, from bitterroot to berries. I do hope that my darling niece can learn the skill whilst under your tutelage. Lenora so adores you. As do all of your students, I'm sure. Warmest regards, always, Eleanor. Everly. Dus dit is de tante van... van Lenora en... is gewoon heel enthousiast over haar. Oké. Oké, ik heb wat dingen verzameld. Laten we nu praten met de professor.
Yes, Professor?
Zo belachelijk.
Well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I enjoyed it, or I nearly went deaf. I nearly went deaf.
I'll say, I nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Oké, dus de zaden
Let's
die...
see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dus ik heb mijn eigen oppottafel. En dat is deze.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Ik moet Dittany. Grow Temperance. Ja.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Oké, chomping cabbage. Laten we dan naar Leander Pruitt gaan.
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander.
Hi,
I'll be
Leander.
showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But you'll lead.
Ik moet vooraan lopen. Hij laat me zien waar het is, maar ik
Nice
heb...
work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh, well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. Weak Gryffindor. Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost it. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Hoe doe ik dat? Hoe gooi ik een... Oh, hier. Tab ingedrukt houden.
They'll chomp on anything they can get there.
Dat gooien ze zo
Rounds on.
nonchalant.
Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Oké, dus je kan die gebruiken in een gevecht. I suppose they could come in handy, sure, but that's just a dummy, or I was imagining it already. I suppose they come in handy, ze zullen vast wel
I
handig zijn.
suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Oké, ik moet terug naar de klas, maar ik kan hier nog meer plukken. Want deze kan ik dus gebruiken bij gevechten.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
As am I. Plants offer so much. Don't care what your plants, honestly. No, I love plants. Dus.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Ik vind haar echt heel leuk. Oké, zo in de bar. We moeten een nieuwe quest uitzoeken. En dat wordt Potions Class. Ik wil kijken of mijn klas...
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Kijk! Oh, right in time. Yay! Collect. Oh, nu gooit hij nog een keer. Nu gaan we naar de Potions Class. We gaan de Blue Flames gebruiken. Zo. Oké, we zijn er. Wat een groot klaslokaal. Borgen and Burgs. Borgen and Burgs has had an increased amount of activity outside of ordinary shop hours, particularly in the wee hours of the night, with suspicious deliveries being made to the shop's back entrance. Given what we know of the shop's reputation, we are adding more auras to join those who have already been watching the shop. You are amongst new additions. Further instructions to follow. Oké, dus er is een winkel die in de gaten wordt gehouden.
Revelio.
Laten we nu de quest echt beginnen. Let's begin.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
Dat hebben we
It can
nodig.
heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Gaat hij ons ook vertellen waar we moeten beginnen? Oh, daar hebben we een boek voor.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Nou, we doen het zeker supergoed.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Oké, we gaan een verdedigingspotion maken. Like the Ashwinder Axe and
My
Dark
parents
Moon.
considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Fine job brewing your first Wiccanweld
Thank
potion.
you.
But there are many potions yet to learn. This is going to be a busy...
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
What do you want to know?
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Weasley.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Hij wil dat ik ga stelen voor hem. Nee, dank je.
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
Waarom kan ik er zelf dan geen krijgen? Ik ga het niet doen. Of wel? Ik weet het even niet. Nee, ik ga het niet doen.
I've enough to worry about collecting the ingredients he wants me to get. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I understand. I'll sort something else out.
Precies, zoek het zelf uit. Oké.
Keep your potions organized and prepared.
Ik heb alsnog de veer gepakt. Oepsie floepsie. Ik weet niet of ik hem de veer moet geven. Ik moet hem gewoon houden.
Should you chop the Didney or crush it? Wrong
Okay.
answer could result
Moet
in
een
the
Endurance
unfortunate
potion
loss of
maken.
your eyebrows.
And now we wait.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Get it!
Dragon Dung! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
Okay, where is the professor? I need to talk to him.
I brewed an Edurus potion as you asked, Professor.
Glad you managed to stay on task. Not every class is so eventful. I saw Mr. Weasley speaking with you earlier. He can be quite persuasive. Glad you managed to resist. You've done well today. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. And you can keep that Fwooper feather. This time. That'll be all.
Hij weet dat ik de veer heb gestolen.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Okay, quest completed.
Greetings. I understand you're quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw. Professor Fig tells me you found a long-lost book for him. I'd like to talk to you about it.
Oké, Ollivander wil met hem praten. Dus dat is op zich handig, want ik ook gelijk wat dingen verkopen.
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor Fig, speaks highly of you and your resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
Detective work sounds intriguing. I'm not sure I'm up for that. How will this benefit me? Wat is mijn voordeel? Nee, klinkt intelligent.
Of course, Mr. Ollivander. Sounds most up my street.
Wonderful. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlery. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
Why don't you continue searching the Owlery? Why that one? Why did he steal it? Ik ben benieuwd wat er zo bijzonder is
Is
aan
there
die-
anything special about the wand?
Oh yes, it's terribly special. But not in the way you might think. It won't grant special powers to the caster, no. Nothing like that. But it will ease the hearts and minds of the Ollivanders to know of its return. And that power is immeasurable.
Dit is meer een familiedingetje. Maar waarom heeft hij dat gestolen?
Why would the thief have taken the wand?
I must admit I have no idea. From what I can gather, he fancied himself an adventurer of sorts. Always looking for trouble. In fact, after he went missing, rumor had it his ghost was seen in Hogsmeade. Never heard much about him after that, but it seems as if his adventurous spirit may have got the better of him. Perhaps he thought that the wand had some special power simply because of its esteemed lineage. Astonishing how misunderstood the art of wand-making is.
Kijk wat ik
I'll
op
have a look for you. You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old wand-maker's heart. Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
Oh, nu ben ik vergeten dingen te verkopen.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Ik kan zeker ook sneller. Aan het bos. Hey, afsnijroute. Waar moet ik helemaal heen, joh? Weer naar Zweinstein. Oh. Ik denk niet dat dit een goed idee is. Ik ben benieuwd wat ik hier kan vinden. Ja, ik weet nooit waarvoor ik het kan gebruiken. Ik weet ook niet waarom ik hier nu aan het zwemmen ben. Maar blijkbaar ga ik naar dat kathedraaltje. En mijn boothuisje.
Revelio.
Eerst even eromheen lopen.
Incendio.
Look what I found. A blue flame.
Revelio.
Daar is een kist. Dus daar moet ik even naartoe. En dit is waarom ik naar Ollivander ging. Oké, ik ga eerst toch maar even dingen verkopen. Zorg dat ik die vloefleem nog niet heb. Ik moet echt mijn spullen verkopen. I need to go to a shop. Hier is een shop. Oké.
Come on in. Healing potions are a specialty here, should you need any.
Ik wil graag verkopen. Alles wat minder is. Oké. That will be
I
all.
hope to
Thank
see you
you.
again. Farewell for now.
Het is slechter dan het we hebben. Oké. Waar zijn we?
How nice to see you, my young friend. Revelio. Incendio.
Ik weet niet hoeveel jij dan bent. En ik weet ook niet hoeveel jij dan bent. Oké. I don't know. Oh, kijk hieronder. Ah, kijk. Vierkantjes 4. Deze is 4. Drie. Ik heb een tunnel ontdekt. Oké, spannend. Ja, wat we nu gaan doen is het volgende. In de volgende aflevering gaan we die tunnel in en ontdekken wat er is. En natuurlijk verder met onze andere quests. Dus ja, kijk volgende keer vooral mee. En dan gaan we de geheimen van Hogwarts ontdekken. Dank voor het kijken. Doei doeg!